The journey is conversations with ordinary people about stories of transformation and how we may have had setbacks in our life and how we persevered through those, how we've learned from those obstacles, and how they've maybe helped us on our path today.
Well, welcome to The Journey. My name is Kevin Polkey, and I am the host of The Journey. And today we are going to have a reflection on something that I've talked quite a bit about, this idea of grit or resilience, or how we respond um, to setbacks, to obstacles, to the storms that come in our life. Why is it so important for me to continue to talk about this topic, to bring this topic up? I think for me, it is most important because as I think about in my life, currently in the past, which I believe will continue to happen in the future, that uh, life is about. Yes, we're going to have times that are going to be good and prosperous. Um, and how do we savor those moments? And then there are going to be other times where there are going to be setbacks, or there's going to be obstacles, or there's going to be storms that happen in our life. And how do I best prepare myself physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually for when those storms come? Um, I believe that one way of doing that, as we've talked about before, is that if I intentionally practice doing hard things or difficult things in my life, it actually neurologically as well as physically prepares me to have a level of perseverance and that level of grit to do hard things. It's that part of our brain that anterior mid cingulate cortex that actually grows and develops when we do things out of our comfort zone and do hard things. That's one thing I can do to prepare myself, to make sure that I'm doing things physically to be in the best shape that I can be in regarding nutritionally, as far as movement and flexibility. Um, that that when life gets difficult, regardless if it's a minor setback or a larger setback, that physically that I'm prepared, that mentally that I'm thinking about how do I turn this obstacle into an opportunity by by looking at it from a growth perspective. Um, that that how am I able to be able to reframe, and that the greater the obstacle, the maybe the greater the opportunity for growth. And then spiritually knowing that um, that there's a bigger element going on, that even though this may feel like there's this there's this that I lost something or failed at something, or it isn't going the way that I wished it was going to go, that there's this bigger picture that I'll be able to at some future time period be able to put this in perspective as well. So if I can practice putting this in a mental and emotional and spiritual perspective now, um, that I don't have to get caught up into the what ifing that is happening. I believe that being able to practice this in all areas of my life, that when I'm either thinking about circumstances that happen with me or happen with clients that come and see me for counseling, or clients that I'm working with in business, that I can then invite them into this growth mindset of practicing doing hard things so that when life gets hard, that, that I'm better prepared physically. And that is a quote that I just recently came across and posted. The strongest trees grow in the fiercest winds. The storms that try to break you will only strengthen the roots of who you are becoming. Let me share that again. The strongest trees grow in the most fierce winds. The storms that try to break you will only strengthen the roots of who you are becoming. If I can remember and keep that in mind, that this storm is actually going to, in the long run, benefit me and make me have stronger level of grit and roots so that it'll prepare me for the future. As always, I appreciate you being here. And if you believe that anyone could benefit from hearing this short reflection, please pass it along. You never know what someone may need to hear. I look forward to being with you next week.